Hello, and welcome to Find My Pharmacy. The goal of today will be to go over allegations. It's a popular topic. It's sometimes difficult, and at least I'll go over an easy one today. And since it was fresh in my mind, I didn't practice it first, but let's see what happens. All right. Okay. So, as with all allegation problems, you're really looking to answer that main question. How much of each product will it take to equal the concentration that's being requested and ordered? Now, we have in stock the 30% and the 50%. And total, whatever percentage of each product the final result will be, you want total to reach 1,000 grams. Just like you want in the end to have 45% concentrated item, or cream in this case, but also 1,000 grams of it. So whether it's 1 gram of the 30% and 999 of the 50%, or if it's 201 grams of the 30% and 799 of the 50%, whatever it is, the final volume weight will have to be 1,000 grams. So let's take a look at it. Okay, all I did was rewrite it to give us a little more working room before I clear out my big board in the back. But with allegations, you'll sometimes see it a few different ways. Sometimes let's actually get a couple of the numbers up here correctly. You always put the larger number of what you have up top. If you think of it as a tic-tac-toe board when you only have 2 ingredients you're mixing, it seems to make a little more sense to me. However, you'll see a couple different ways, but let's get the 50%, skip spot, and 30%. Now, sometimes you'll see it like this, where what you want will be in the center of the tic-tac-toe board, but the 50, which is the larger of the what we have in stock as far as concentration, you always put that on top, make it a little easier. But oftentimes, though, you won't see it with the brackets. And I had a couple students get confused when they saw it with our special books that we had. But sometimes you'll just have that. And you'll see it like that, just kind of floating in the air. But I like using the brackets because I like structure. Even though you don't really, when you start getting a feel for it, you won't really need those, but it's good to be consistent. So you put the highest concentration that you have up top, put the lower on the bottom. We know we want 45%. And what you're going to do is cross over. So we're going to subtract the 45 from the 50. No matter however you say it, no matter what, the number of here is going to be positive. So even if it's -5, if they were reversed, just put 5. But in this case, 50 minus 45, it is indeed 5. And 45 minus 30, or 30 minus 45, once again, it'd be -15. But you don't hold the negative for these. All right. And that's just from subtracting right across there. What you do is, now that you know what portions, really, this would be the number of parts would be from the 30%, and you would see that there are 15 parts coming from the 15%. So it makes sense if you think about it. 45 is not that far away from 50. So we should have a lot more of the 50% than we do with 45. So 15 up there. You then add these together so that you know total number of parts that you have. So 15 plus 5 is 20. Working backwards, sorry. But 15 over 20, and actually give myself more spice. 5 over 20. Now, when I say that you're really expressing the same answer in 2 different ways, you can look at it from this. 20 is a nice even number. So if you look at 5 out of 20 as a percent, that is 1 out of 4. So really, hopefully I didn't confuse you, 25% of the final product should come from this ingredient. And up here, 75% of the product should come from the larger concentration. It's really quite simple to set up the proportion from here, because you know that you have 1,000 grams, I could put that there, total in the end. So if you want to do it in your head, what's 75% of 1,000? Well, 75% of 100 is 75. So out of 1,000, that leaves you with 750 grams. Down here, 5 out of 20. Oop, right there. 250 grams. Now, I did that in my head, but let's look at the details of the math here. Once again, moved everything around, cleared it up. Now, the total number of parts in your denominator portion would match up to how many actual grams that you want total in the end. So they said they want 1,000 grams of the 45%, so put that on the bottom. Throw some X's. And like most proportions, which probably one of my favorite ways of calculating things, it's probably how I was able to do it in my head in the first part, just cross multiply. Maybe I'll go over the details of that in another episode, but really, cross multiply and it gives you your answer. Let's see. So to get put it up backwards, don't want to confuse you guys. 20x again equals 5. 15 divided by 2, 7.5, plus 2 zeros. Plus 1 0. And divide by 2 goes below 1,000. Alright. So 750, 20, 5 divided by 2, 50 divided by 2. It's 25. 25, 1 0 left. So, this is from the 30%. This one is from the 50%. We see now, after cross multiplying, that it is indeed 250 grams of the 30% cream and 750 grams of the 50% cream will give you 1,000 grams of 45% cream. So it looks a little messy. I think I am going to start using a larger board, but that is how you get your answer. And that's do the cross multiplying portion. But as I said, as you become more familiar with it, it'll stand out where if it's 50%, then you'll say, oh, well, it's half this one, half another one. So it does simplify over time once you get a little more experience with it. But I hope this helps. I'll likely do it again just to make sure it's clear, open up the space, maybe keep things up. But other than that, hope you have a great day. Thanks for stopping in.